Some people carry regret quietly for years. Maybe it's a conversation they wish they handled differently, a failure that goes back and forth in their mind over and over, a vision of themselves that they just can't stop judging. The Gospel according to John, chapter 21, verses 15 through 19. Jesus has a deep personal conversation with Peter after Peter had denied him 3 times. This obviously is happening after the resurrection. Peter experienced the intense weight of his failure. He promised Jesus loyalty, then acted out of fear, and now has to face Jesus again. What's beautiful is that Jesus doesn't approach Peter with humiliation. He approaches him wanting to restore. 3 times Jesus asks, "Do you love me?" Not to shame Peter, but to heal the shame that was already there, that was repeating inside of him. And I bet many people understand that feeling because regret has a way of becoming a part of our identity if we let it. We replay the mistakes in our mind over and over again, judge ourselves repeatedly, and then assume that failure is what's defining us. But the gospel reminds us that God doesn't walk away from people because they failed or they were struggling or they just fell short of expectations. Jesus still calls Peter. He still gives him purpose. He still gives him responsibility, and he still stays close. And maybe that's what some of us need to hear too, because your worst moment is not the full story of who you are. Failure can actually shape you, but it doesn't have to define you forever. So journal prompts, if you want to sit with this a little bit more and focus on it, would be: what mistake or regret do I replay in my mind most often? And have you allowed that failure to become part of your identity? And what would healing look like? And then finally, I feel like this is a tough one. Why is it easier to believe in shame than in grace? Let me know your comments, your thoughts, share it with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe so you can continue to hear God's whispers.